Hey guys, this is Cam for 15 back out with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another My Hero Academia manga chapter review for you guys. And I hope you guys are having a good start to your Father's Day and everything, and hopefully you're telling your fathers, Happy Father's Day, and you're doing something for them and stuff like that. Right now, it's just my family went on a cruise ship. My mom, my brother, and my sister went on a cruise ship, but I'm just chilling at home with my dad and stuff like that. So we're definitely gonna get something to eat later today. But speaking about a dad, a dad in terms of Endeavor had a fairly big moment in this week's manga chapter for My Hero Academia, and let's get into it because it's definitely going to be interesting. So this My Hero Academia manga chapter 356 titled Regarding the Enemy. So after what happened with Hawks pretty much cutting and breaking All for One's mask, Jiro and Tokoyami going for a charge attack. Now, what is it? Is Jiro jumps off Tokoyami and pretty much says, "This is your big chance, Tokoyami. Use Dark Shadow to pretty much take out that entire mask and stuff like that." So pretty much that's the whole thing. She throws him. They start charging at All for One, and in the meantime, Tokoyami's like, Hawks lacks the power to deliver a decisive killing blow. Well, that's where I'm gonna come in. So he starts forming Dark Shadow around his fist, and I guess in a way you can say he copies Luffy, and he does almost what a damn near Luffy does in Gear Third when he inflates his arms or his fist. So he ends up using Abyssal Black Body Ragnarok, and it's a punch. In the meantime, All for One's kind of trying to tend to himself, and he's not paying attention. At the last second, he realizes, oh crap, I'm about to get hit. But the full move of Tokoyami's, I guess you can say, Gear Third attack is Abyssal Black Body Ragnarok Fleeting Blow. And it pretty much freaking just smashes whatever's left of All for One's mask and everything, and Tokoyami has come in, taking the hit. Now the question is this the final hit? We'll get to that in a quick second. Now Hawks sees this and he's like, "You thought they were just buying time, didn't you?" Because he's replying that to All for One and stuff like that. And he goes and say, "But even pesky gnats can be a pain in the butt." And again, All for One is shocked and everything. And All for One, monologuing within himself, he pretty much explained after losing his ears and his eyes over the vast number of years he's been alive, his awareness of opponents' attacks and stuff like that, they have been delayed and everything. And he goes on to make the mention, like, pretty much like I said earlier, losing his eyes and his ears and any other senses and stuff like that. He pretty much, well, got quirks that had sensory like quirks, like infrareds and stuff like that, and thermals like quirks that can pretty much be like a radar system for him to know where his opponents are going to be, and he can feel the vibration, stuff like that. So I want to be shocked if this guy also has some sort of echolocation, quirk and stuff like that. So yeah, that's fairly interesting stuff like that. But he goes on to say, "As a result, I'm far more aware of the world around me than the average person. In this case, the interference didn't come from the girl's sound attack. It actually came from the fact that my quirks are actually rebelling within me and everything." And he goes on to make a mention like, this is the first time this has ever happened, and stuff like that. And pretty much he makes the mention of the fact that it's like, oh, this apparently is making me more vulnerable compared to my original power, and my authority has started to become weaker, up and stuff like that. Now, in the meantime, Hawks is going in for a finishing blow, looking like he's going to probably impale All for One and kill him once and for all. If not, maybe just cut his head off, which is probably the way to go. And Hawks is like, up until now, I had to catch him off guard with sneaky moves, which wasn't enough to finish the job. But now with this blow, I'll be able to take him down. But in the meantime, you get this very horrifying image in the manga of pretty much All for One eating the quirks, the I guess you can say the quirk factors of the quirks that are rebelling against him. And like he's eating that one lady we saw in the last chapter, and it's just a horrifying image. I'm like, what the hell am I watching here? Again, don't know how this shit's gonna get animated, but it's gonna be disturbing as hell when this gets animated. Which, funny enough, season 6 actually had a freaking trailer, and the animation from the trailer alone looks freaking god tier. Looks like some of the best animation we've seen in the series, period. I know people are gonna have their doubts of the fact that, well, it's only based on how it ultimately looks, fully how the episode looks and is animated. But I'm telling you, the reason why they decided to do a movie for the anime is because they know they need to rack up as much money as they can before they freaking get to season 6, because they're going to use all that money they received from the movie and stuff like that, which was billions and billions of dollars. They're going to put that into the animation budget for season 6. And so far, the trailer for season 6 for the war arc looks really damn good. I can't wait for that. Anyways, because of this, All For One just fires out that freaking one quirk, that one razor-like quirk. And he's like, you damn wretched pest, pretty much. And he's firing it all over the place. Jiro gets hit. Freaking, we see Hawks ends up getting hit, and stuff like that. And it's just blood splattering all over the place. And in the meantime, All For One, he's using these pieces to grab pieces of his mask that broke up and recalling them back in to create a new mask and everything to, pretty much, I guess you can say, create a new mask and act as if nothing happened. And stuff like that. And in the meantime, All For One's like, good grief, that doggedness Endeavor. And in the meantime, Endeavor came in with an attack, and he's pretty much taking all these razor-like quirks down, but at the cost, and you clearly see it in the next panel, he gets one of the razor quirks hit him really good in his arm, and it actually cuts his arm off. So we all predicted, some people predicted a few chapters ago when All For One did that one attack with the little weird monster demon-like hand. People thought he got his whole arm taken off there, even myself included. But no, he got a piece. He only got a chunk of his side taken out of him. This time, no, Horikoshi is like, okay, you guys thought he lost an arm. Well, here you go. He's losing his arm today. And stuff like that. So you clearly see his arms all ripped off and everything, and this man has no arm, and stuff like that. And pretty much All For One's like, all this has left you twisted and disfigured, pretty much, and stuff like that. But Endeavor is still charging on. In the meantime, he's kind of, you could say, reflecting, or we see a past version of Endeavor say that this current version of Endeavor is a lot weaker now. And he goes on to say, makes the mention of his position, the atonement he's doing, the mistakes he's made, the responsibilities. All of it has only exposed the weaknesses, the weaknesses that were already there. It's painful to witness what a loser you've been reduced to. You'll never be a superhero, Enji. Think back to your origin. Remember what that real enemy was. Recall how your father attempted to save a girl from some, man, they said bastard, and wound up as a corpse along with the girl. So we get a huge moment in Endeavor's backstory, which we've never had this. We never dove really deeply into the backstory of Endeavor. But we found out that in his backstory, at some point, his dad tried to save a girl from a villain, and his dad ended up dying to save this girl. As well, the girl ended up dying anyway, so that's like a huge shocking revelation. We didn't know that Endeavor's father was a hero. He could have been just some regular guy with quirks, but we found out that his dad was a hero, and his dad actually died to a villain and everything. Which, and I believe in the unofficial translations, because I read the unofficial translation, and they pretty much specified it was just some random man and the same girl. But no, the official translation comes out to say, oh no, it's your father. It was his father. That's why I always wait to read the official translations before after I read the unofficial translation to see, when I read the unofficial translation, it's kind of my, okay, what am I going to expect? And then when I read the officials, okay, what am I reading and stuff like that. So yeah. So that's actually some shocking revelation of Endeavor's backstory that we haven't gotten and stuff like that. Now, I don't know if I don't read Vigilantes, so I don't know if they brought his backstory up in Vigilantes. If they did, please put it in the comment section below. Anyways, his past self goes on to say, think back on your envy towards the Superman, referring to All Might and stuff like that, and his inferiority complex. You called yourself Endeavor as in hard work, showing you your maniacal nature. Remember how you had to put on airs to keep that light heart of yours from falling to pieces. And in the meantime, current Endeavor is pretty much grabbing his past self by the throat, and the past self is like, that's right, you'll never be like All Might or Deku, because I've only ever done battle with weakness, with the weakness within. So don't even dwell on the notion of some grand rebirth. And in the meantime, Endeavor's starting to heat up, and he looks like he's trying to burn that past self of his. And the past self says, go on. And well, Endeavor goes on to say, as the chapter's ending, go on, keep cursing the true enemy, that weakness. That's the only thing that has kept you alive. Or actually, that was his past self talking, my bad. And you get this crazy amazing shot of Endeavor just charging up an attack with his decapitated arm, and he's manifesting a fist with fire, with the decapitated arm, and he's going in for an attack, and he hits All For One head on, and Endeavor's pretty much saying to himself, dogged, yeah, I sure am, which is why as long as I am alive, I'll never take solace in a job well done. Putting an end to this fight is my duty. And that's where the chapter ends. No break. And it looks like Endeavor is going to do whatever it takes to defeat All For One. Again, I know a lot of people don't like Endeavor in terms of his character, of the way he acts and everything, the way he treated his family. But ultimately, Endeavor is one of the best written shonen characters I have ever freaking experienced in my lifetime of watching anime or reading manga and stuff like that. Like, this dude has gone through everything, and we even find more pieces about his backstory and stuff like that. And it's definitely gonna be interesting to see. I feel like this is like a setup to his eventual sacrifice. I definitely could see Endeavor dying in the second war arc, because he ultimately I feel like he just ultimately says he just feels like he has nothing left to live for other than take care of the mission, defeat All For One and stuff like that, and leave my family in peace and everything. I definitely do believe that Endeavor is going to die in this war arc. I just feel like it's going to happen, because they're just giving you, if this chapter didn't give you any signs, I don't know what will. But I definitely do think Endeavor's going to be sacrificing himself to defeat All For One, and if he does do it, well, it's going to be a very emotional chapter and stuff like that. But this was a solid chapter. I very much enjoyed this. All For One definitely is not going down for the count. He's doing whatever he can to stay, afloat and everything. But man, seems like Endeavor's back into the fight, and he's willing to freaking take down All For One. We'll see if he can do it. But this was a good chapter. Like I said, no break. So that's another good plus. And yeah, but anyways, guys, if you guys liked the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode manga chapter of My Hero Academia, as well as hit the subscribe button if you want to get more My Hero Academia content or any other anime or manga content I upload to the channel. Anyways, guys, catch you guys later, and I'll see you guys later. Or I'll see you guys on the next video. And again, have a great rest of your Father's Day. Till then, guys, peace.